Welcome back. Welcome back to Fly Fish Live. We've got something a little bit different for you today. We want you guys to let us know what you think, and if you want to see more of these, and give us your feedback and your comments. But don't forget to subscribe to our channel and follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Fishcoin. And don't forget to hashtag FlyFishLive on your social media posts. All right, so let's cross over straight away over to our special guest in Alaska, Brandy Rose. I haven't unmuted you yet. All right, how you doing, Brandy?
Good.
Good, thanks. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I was born and raised in Alaska. I'm totally addicted to fly fishing. That's pretty much all I do is fly fish and spend time with family.
Yep, nice. A pretty cool job you got. Pretty cool, amazing life you got over there. We see a lot of pictures and videos of Alaska. It really looks like an amazing place. We've got here's a short little video we've got we found on YouTube from Rio Baird to give the viewers a little bit of an idea on the nature and the scenery over there. At what age were you introduced to fly fishing, and how'd you get hooked on it?
I think I was around maybe 26, and we just decided, let's just pick up the fly rod and give it a shot. I mean, nobody introduced it to me. It was just one of those things that I decided to do, and I haven't turned since.
Was fishing and the outdoors a big part of your life growing up in Alaska?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, as most people here, it's just, I mean, the winters are long, but you hold out for the summers and it makes it all worth it.
Yeah. Do you have any big influences in fly fishing in your life? Any idols in fly fishing? Someone you follow?
April Vokey, she's probably my top.
Yep.
She goes steelhead, and that's my favorite fish right there.
Yeah. Nice. Do you have any memorable fishing trips that you'll never forget?
Oh yeah. Every single year I fly to Southeast Alaska, and I spend about 6 days there chasing steelhead, and it's an unbelievable place. I mean, you can drift down this river and you look down and you'll see 30 steelhead just scatter, and
That's
you look for
nuts.
them, and I mean, that's by far my favorite trip.
What's
This is the
the
first
big
6 years.
what's the biggest steelhead you've caught?
40 inches.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's a monster.
and it.
Do you have any dream fishing destinations apart from your home there in Alaska? Is there any destinations on your list that you really want to get to?
Yeah, I really want to do Pyramid Lake for the big cutthroat. I mean, those fish just look incredible.
Yep. How about the aurora over there, the Northern Lights? Do you
Mhm.
get to see them often throughout the winter?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you get out of the city, get away from the lights, you drive up into the mountains, you can see them. I mean, they're beautiful.
Yep. All right, so we've got a few questions here come in from some of our viewers that got sent in before the show, and we have a question here from Joe's Fly Fishing. It says, "Hi Brandy, fly fishing in Alaska is a dream of his, but he's no idea where to start. Where would you say would be the best place to go for trout that you know of? And do you know anywhere that they could find an all-in-one package for like guiding and accommodation?"
There's a lot of guide services on the Kenai River. I mean, you drive through Cooper Landing, and I mean, there's outfitters everywhere right off the highway.
Yeah.
Um, as far as right out of Anchorage, easy water, I fish the park streams, which is about, I'd say, hour 30 minutes north of Anchorage,
Yeah.
and pretty much park anywhere you see a river sign. Gear up right there and hit the stream.
Awesome. We'll move on. I hope that answered Joe's fly fishing. We'll move on to the next question. The next question we have got here. I'll just bring it up. It's here in a second. We've got it from Peter Driver. How accessible is the different rivers there? Are you kind of stuck in the one spot, or can you move about like quite freely?
You can move about real easily. I mean, yeah, every river's accessible. You just, like I said, you find a sign, you find a river, you park, you can walk up or down. I mean, as long as the river's not high. I mean, we will walk miles and miles and miles in a day. Just last week, I think we did 6 miles walking down river. So
Yeah.
it's
So
all real.
and no one pulls you up. No one pulls
No,
you up if you no. what's
no.
what's what's the best? Another question from Peter. What is the best region for trout in Alaska? Best area or best river?
I would say, I mean, for big trophy trout would be the Kenai River for sure.
Yep.
We get some decent size rainbows out north where I fish, but I mean, for those big trophy boats, I would say the Kenai.
Yeah. Awesome. I hope that answers Peter for that one. I think there's a couple of boys that want to get over there, so we're,
Yeah,
we're
I
getting some
don't.
insight.
Yeah.
We He's got another one. What about the grayling? What's the grayling like there, and the average size that you might find there?
Uh, Average size grayling. I mean, they're all different. Mostly they're pretty small. Every once in a while, you'll hook into a good one. They like bead, but what I like to use is a little fly. It's called cotton candy. It's like a little micro flesh fly. I
Yep.
mean, they go over it, and so do the bows. So you can catch either.
Yeah,
Throw that.
nice. Nice. And are the rivers full of the grayling, or they're pretty scatty?
Normally it is, but this year's been a weird year. Normally I can catch 40 or so plus grayling in a season, but this year I've only caught a handful. But what I did see a lot of is more Dolly
Yep.
Varden, which I never catch out here. So
Okay.
it's been a weird season for the grayling.
Yep. All right, we got there's Peter's questions. We've got another guy, Matthew Senick. He he's got a question here. He wants to know when can Josh and myself join you over there to do a fishing film with Ultimate Adventure Fishing and Hunting?
Yeah, whenever you
Whenever.
guys.
Right, that's something that's on the list, and we'll try and
It's
wrap up. We've got Matty's got a couple of questions actually. The next one he's got, what's your favorite species to target? I think you answered that before. And have you ever caught an Alaskan char with an orange colors?
It's funny. I was just talking about that, the fall colors, and no, I haven't really caught one. I caught a semi one. It wasn't the real bright, vibrant colors, but that was on a fly out float plane trip out of Crescent Lake, out of Kenai. But that's on my bucket list, are the big fall colored char.
Yeah.
But
And
favorite, steelhead. I
do,
can't beat that.
do you do a lot of the float plane fly out trips?
No, I've only done the one, but it's something I definitely want to go back and do. We were going to do it this year, but COVID.
It,
So
and
that got.
there's a lot of opportunity over there for that sort of stuff, like with
Oh,
guiding.
mm-hmm,
Yeah,
definitely.
nice. Well,
It's a big
uh,
business here.
big business. Yeah. Well, Maddie's got another question. Come up. What's your favorite length of fly rod to use? With which type of reel and what type of line do you typically use?
Well, right now I'm using my 6 weight Orvis, but normally I use my heavier weight rod mostly through the summer. It's a 9 foot 9 weight stream rod.
Yep.
And the reason I do that is because you just never know what you're going to catch. You could be targeting rainbows and end up with a big old chum salmon on there, and you don't want to snap your 6 weight rod on that. But I normally use weight forward sinking line.
Yep.
Yeah, we just like to get down low. We're not big on dry flies, so anything that sinks quick and gets under those log jams and into the deep holes, that's where the big fish are.
Do you get much dry fly action over there?
Some people do for grayling, but I just never really got into it. I
Yeah,
mean, I prefer big streamers.
yeah,
I use the big Dalai Lama pink and white flesh fly, especially in the fall and in the spring.
yep. Nice. Well, he's got another question there. How many do you have? A lot of different setups for different types of water, or do you just sort of have like one or two rods that you just take out that will do
Yeah,
everything?
just pretty much one for everything.
Yep.
The only thing I'll do is switch weight rod, I'll go up a weight or down a weight here and there, depending on the
On ha-
season.
yep. Nice. Now, we- we've got a question here from Mark. This is the final question from Mark, and I think he's an Englishman because he's come in and he said, which accent is more sexier, English or Australian?
Australian.
Australian. There you go, Mark. um, he just thought he'd throw that one in there. But yeah, so I don't think there's any more questions coming live at the minute. So what we'll
Okay.
do is we have a new little segment. It's called the Final Five. We'll finish up with, and with the Final Five, we've got 5 questions that we're just going to throw at you. We want you to answer them as fast and as quick as possible. All right, we'll finish up here. So, first question: what song do you rock out to when you're alone? What's your favorite song to rock out to?
Oh, geez. I really like the song. It's called River. I
Yeah.
cannot remember who sings it, but it's called River.
All right. Name 3 things you'd take to a deserted island.
My fly rod, flies, and a net.
And then, sweet. All right. What's the dumbest way you've ever been injured?
Trying to get out of a drift boat. I got my line caught in the line and pretty much face planted in front of about 40 people.
Awesome. What? All right. And number 4. What was the strangest gift you've ever received?
Oh gosh. I don't think I've received
Don't
anything
Stunned you
anyways.
on this one. You haven't received any gifts.
No, not lately, no. Probably something for my
All right. Last question. What's your favorite Disney movie?
Toy Story, I
Toy
guess.
Story.
It is,
Nice.
or is that Pixar?
Oh, I don't mind old Bugs Bunny. All right. Well, we want to say a big thanks to you today for giving up your time and
Yeah.
stepping out of the river. I know you're out there fishing, and we want to say massive thanks for giving up your time and joining us today on Fly Fish Live. We hope we keep in touch, and I hope that Matthew and I can get over there and do a bit of a film with you over there in Alaska sometime in the near future. And yeah, so we'll wrap things up today. Thanks again, and
Yep.
tight lines. And how many fish did you catch up until now? What time is it over there?
4 fish, but only one really good one.
Yeah,
They're small.
yeah. All rainbows, weren't they?
Yeah, all rainbows.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay, then we'll s- we'll wrap it up now. And thanks again for your time.
Yeah,
And
nope.
and stay on the line, um, and we'll get back to you shortly. All right.
Okay, so all
Thanks
right, bye.
everyone for watching, and thanks for joining in. Big thanks to Brandy again, and we hope you enjoyed this show. And make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel and leave some comments and your thoughts on these little segments. And if you want to see some more, and don't forget, next week we have another show lined up with Jen Ripple from Dun Magazine, which is next Tuesday, Wednesday. So stay tuned for that one for the times. We'll be talking to the chief editor of Dun Magazine over in Tennessee in the USA. So should be fun. Until then, I'm Josh, and I'll see you next week.